Now right after I did my March Games Collection video, I made a promise to myself to expand my Nintendo Switch games collection to a whopping 13 now. But it was quite a pickle trying to pick up games that I can actually afford with my monthly allowance. I'm actually surprised I got to this number. Now some of you may already know about my previous 3 games, of course that being Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and of course Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Now a few days after I bought Super Mario 3D World, I thought to myself, I should actually buy some more games, you know, one of which is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Now I've known about Xenoblade Chronicles ever since 2014, ever since Shogun Conroy made playthrough of it. And since then I've been wanting to play it. And I had recently bought a 3DS, which unfortunately cannot run the 3DS version of that game. That was specifically tailor-made for the new 3DS. So I just sat back and said, you know what, I'm just gonna distance myself from the game, not spoil myself from the actual story until I can actually get a copy of whatever version of the game. Fast forward to now, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition has been out for quite some time actually, and I've got the opportunity to buy it. So why not? This game I will definitely play on stream. Next up on the list are 2 games made by Ubisoft that are surprisingly artistically competent, let's just say. That is Child of Light and Valiant Hearts. I wanted to buy them on PC, on Steam, but ever since I knew that this game existed for the Nintendo Switch, I decided to put off and actually wait until I got enough money to buy this game. Can't wait to play it on stream. Since it's a shorter game, I think it can actually be done. Unlike Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which I feel I'm gonna play off stream. Those grindy bits, those side quests that are not that interesting, probably play off stream, while the more salient points of the game, the more story driven parts, I'm gonna experience them with you guys. Now alongside Child of Light and Valiant Hearts, I also picked up another Ubisoft game. That's actually 3 Ubisoft games. And that is Hasbro Game Night for Nintendo Switch. I actually wanted to buy Monopoly for Nintendo Switch on the eShop, so I didn't have to carry around a physical version of Monopoly. If I wanted to carry a physical version of Monopoly, I would have just fucking brought along the fucking board game. But I got this at a very reasonable price, at a very discounted price. So I bit the bullet and actually bought it. Since it's 3-in-1, I'm actually saving money. Another package bundle type of deal that I got was Galak-Z the Void and Skulls of Shogun Bona-Fide Edition. Now I don't know much about Skulls of the Shogun. I heard it was decent, but outside of that, not much fanfare. So it'll be an interesting first look at a game that I know nothing about, and probably all of you watching know nothing about as well. I mainly got this because of Galak-Z the Void, and also because it was very dirt cheap. But getting back to Galak-Z the Void, I've known about this game for a while now. It's gonna be a recurring theme in this video, and to me it's very interesting. It's a very interesting game, and it's gonna be my first roguelike game as well, so it's gonna be an interesting experience, to say the least. Speaking of interesting, Deadly Premonition Origins, made by Swery, who's a Hideo Kojima type, Suda51 type, but with less of a budget. What he came out with is what some consider to be a cult classic, and what a special few consider a masterpiece. So there's a lot of differing opinions on this game. There are a lot of devout fans that will defend this game no matter what, including the technical issues that plague it. To them, they consider it part of the experience. I don't know about that, but yeah, I got this alongside the Galak-Z the Void and Skulls of the Shogun together for a very, very cheap price, and that's why I got it. This next game is also something that I've known about for a while, but it's also something that I wanted for a while, predating even that of Xenoblade Chronicles. Sniper Elite V2 Remastered. I've known about Sniper Elite V2 ever since Nerdcubed, the lovely guy, played the game. And ever since then I was like, damn, this game is good, alright? Didn't know much about World War II. I only knew that Nazis were bad and they are definitely worth shooting. Of course, all DLC included. I love it when they re-release games and they actually have everything included. That's something nice. You know, something necessary, I think. You know when I said that I love when developers put everything into one package for a re-release? You know, a full fat package? Nothing exemplifies that more than Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. This almost got me to buy a Wii U, other than Mario Kart 8, of course. But I held off because like all the DLCs coming out, and it just seemed like a hassle and a very expensive endeavor to invest that much money in those games. Of course, I didn't know they were gonna release it for Nintendo Switch, but I'm thankful they did. It just feels like the best game of a game that exists right now. This is definitely the first Zelda game I bought, if you can consider that, but it's not gonna be the first I'll play. Okay, I'm reserving that title for Skyward Sword HD, which is $60. A full package that is not. Speaking of full package, I have here Furwind, which I also got a special edition for, full of physical goodies. It's the first time I ever bought anything like this. Like it has like a map as the compendium, which is full of art, and the original soundtrack complete with a CD in this thing, and 2 pins. Yeah, the only reason why I got this was because, well, you may know, the price. Very much one of the cheaper physical editions out there, but I think it's gonna be worth it. But you know what's not worth it? This box. Once you get to the back, good God, the text on here is, it's not good. But you know what's the opposite of not good? Super epic. It's called SuperEpic. I'm expecting something super epic in it. It's a Metroidvania. The first Metroidvania I'll ever play. Now, this is the game that I bought alongside State of Mind, an indie game about AI and shit. The reviews suggest it's more Deus Ex meets very heavy dialogue, so I'm hoping for a transcendent experience from this game. Hey, there you have it. You've reached the end of my list of Nintendo games collection. But just for you, I'll share you one game that's not part of the Nintendo Switch collection, but I also got, just for the sake of it. And that's the silver case for the PS4. The last time I bought a PS4 game was in 2016, I think, and that was for Bloodborne. Yeah. I'm proud to announce, though, that this will be my first Suda 51 game. What an experience that will be. Oh, and for those of you who are worried that I am tossing all those games around willy-nilly, don't worry. Alright, I have stored all these games in a very special box. Alright, Resident Evil themed too. Got this for 9 ringgit, which is not that much in dollars, like $2, something like that. Yeah. There it is. That's my collection. See you next month, I guess. Go. Shoot.